And today we're talking about the 7 areas of life. Yesterday I did the how to plan your year video. Thank you for all the beautiful feedback. And I covered the areas of life that you want to set habits for. So by the way, if you missed that video, swipe up right now and go and give it a watch. It was a doozy. And I talked about the 7 areas of life that you want to do, habits and goals, and why. The comments that I got were, why those 7 areas, what are they again, and can you define them? So here we go. Health, wealth, and wisdom, business, relationships, social leadership, and spirituality. I suggest that you set goals and targets and create a plan for these areas of your life. Health is pretty easy and obvious. We're talking about fitness, longevity, vitality, energy, vigor. It also includes your pampering, your beauty, your self-care, all that kind of thing, your hydration. It also includes even your mental health and your emotional well-being as well. That's all part of health. Wealth is the cash. In the wealth area, I'm specifically talking about finances, cash, money, liquidity, income, financial independence. And the first 2 goals are stage 1, financial independence, stage 2, financial independence, which is a function of your income. I'm not here talking about gimmicks and one-hit wonders and lottery and crypto games and all this fucking horse shit. I'm talking about consistent, timeless, spaceless, mobile, passive and semi-passive income that gives you independence. The third area that you want to go and empower is your wisdom and awareness. How dedicated are you to expanding the mind? Did you stop learning after high school because you thought you were done? That's what most people do. How committed are you to studying and learning and finding out the secrets of the universe and finding out really what is going on here so that you can master the game of life? And how adept are you at finding out what you want and then going and getting it? That's wisdom. Here in business, we're talking about either a business, a company, entrepreneurship, intrapreneurship. We're talking about your career, your vocation, your job. How fulfilled and empowered are you in that thing? And are you moving up the ladder, sideways, down, or what's your trajectory? In area 5, we have relationships and family. I bundle them all into the same group. And how's your relationships going? You need to set goals for that. And are you disempowered? Are you the underdog, getting pushed around, cheated on, all the kind of thing, and getting infatuated really quick and getting into relationships because you think you found the one, you want to lock them down, but you're the fucking underdog and they push you around? Or are you going out with losers that are holding you back? How empowered are your relationships? You want to set goals for that. Social leadership is area 6, and here we're talking about your influence. How big's your circle of influence? How connected are you? Do people want to be around you, or are you the follower? Are you leading the people, or are you following other people who are the leaders? And do you have people who are waiting to get around you, around your presence and get in your circle? And do you have people who are lining up willing to pay you to get around you? Or are you the follower? That's your social leadership. And finally, we have your spirituality, area 7. And this could mean different things to different people. But let me start with one that we could probably all agree on. Do you have spiritual empowerment, or do you have spiritual dogmatic followership and disempowerment? That's something that we can probably all agree on. Many people live their whole fucking life in fear that someone's going to judge them, or they're not doing the right thing, or they're fucking sinning. All this kind of shit. They have fear, guilt, shame, repression. They can't be their true self. They got to repress their sexuality. All this crazy shit. And they're disempowered. They get told that they shouldn't be making money because that's evil and that's not cool. You're not going to get into heaven. All this fucking bullshit. That's called spiritual disempowerment. So how empowered are you spiritually? And the other side of that is your spiritual calling, your purpose, your mission. Do you know why you're here? Are you inspired from within by a soul-guided purpose and desire? And are you on that mission? Have you given yourself permission to follow that path? If you have, and if you're not held back by the dogma and the baggage, I would call that spiritual empowerment. So I invite and encourage you guys to write them down and start to figure out really what do you want to be, do, and have in all those different areas. And what's inspiring to you, and what are you going to do to go and empower those areas. And to give you guys a little bit of background, my upbringing, my start to business and all the thing started in finance and money and wealth and getting rich. And that was my whole thing, and it's all I focused on, it's all I thought about, and all that kind of thing. And I'm grateful that I had that journey. These days, I'm a little bit more broad in my focus and my attention, my teaching, my business, and my energies. And here's why. Because I saw people who are really killing it in the business, and they're really making a lot of cash. And here they are, bowling out, doing really well, but in their relationships, they're completely fucking dumb. and they have no idea, and they're getting infatuated, and they end up splurging all their money, giving it away altruistically because they think they need to, because they really don't value themselves and the relationship, and they get pushed around by these females or males, and then what happens is they get a divorce and they lose half the cash, and just like that, half of your cash is gone. And what I begin to realize is that those individuals, I saw this happen so many times, those individuals could have sort of worked less on the business and given a little bit more energy over to the relationship to balance out their empowerment, and that wouldn't maybe have happened. Or perhaps more accurately, they could have got a better return on investment for the energy that they were outputting by balancing the areas where they were giving energy to. So the broad spectrum of empowerment, full life empowerment, that's my target. That's my goal these days. Because it wasn't just the relationship dynamic and the marriages that got a divorce. I saw it with the health, people getting crook, dying, people fucking dying, rich and dead. That's no real good, is it? And I saw it with the spirituality, not knowing the purpose, and making a whole bunch of cash in a way that wasn't meaningful to them, that wasn't inspiring to them, in a way that really wasn't serving the people. And they knew it in their heart. Fuck that. And I saw it in all the different areas. So my philosophy today, and the philosophy that has been working really, really well for me, is to go and focus on all areas, empower the whole area, empower the whole life. And that's what I attempt to teach in my mini lessons. So I hope you enjoyed that little mini lesson today, and I hope you got some value from that. And I'm going to go get back to work, golly gosh. So if you enjoyed that lesson, please share that with your friends and family and loved ones and mum and siblings. And if that can help them, that would be cool.